Where are you at in terms of your journey with tinnitus? Perhaps you're right at the beginning of trying to understand and cope with it, or maybe you've had it for years and are trying to look for some additional tips and advice. I guarantee you that there will 100% be something positive to take from today's video, as I'm going to share some things that help my patients get some respite from their tinnitus every single day. In my audiology practice, I've been utilizing the ABC strategy for tinnitus relief for years now. And in today's video, I'll share exactly what that means so that you can implement this strategy in your life and hopefully find some peace with your tinnitus. As I get started, guys, if you like what you see, then make sure you subscribe to stay up to date with any of my new videos. So let's kick off today with what I consider to be the first crucial step in reducing your tinnitus, and that's awareness. Understanding your tinnitus, the potential triggers, and the impact that it has on you is essential before you can begin to find an effective way of managing it. So by raising your awareness, you can take proactive steps towards finding relief. So let's delve a little bit deeper into this topic. In my opinion, there are two key components when it comes to awareness. Firstly, an awareness of what having tinnitus means, and secondly, the awareness of what triggers your tinnitus. Now, kicking off with the former, there are a huge number of patients that come into our practice every single week and don't always need ongoing care. However, they often just need a little additional support and the knowledge that their tinnitus isn't anything sinister or a sign of anything life-threatening. And this could indeed well be you. And I hope that with the information in this video, you'll feel a little bit more relief that you're definitely not alone. And you'll also have a better understanding of some of the steps that you can take to overcome your tinnitus, or alternatively, who you can seek out for advice. You won't necessarily get this from trawling through videos online, but I will agree that it's a good place to start, especially with my videos. It's also definitely worth sitting down in front of a tinnitus specialist, having your hearing tested, and then running through any questions that you may have to expand your knowledge and your understanding on your specific tinnitus. Now, the second part to awareness involves understanding what's triggering your tinnitus. Tinnitus can have many different causes or even different lifestyle factors that can exacerbate it, and I've covered them in a huge amount of detail in a couple of recent videos, which I'll link in the description to today's video. I feel that discussing and, more importantly, understanding your specific causes and triggers can help you to identify potential factors contributing towards your tinnitus and allow you to take appropriate action. Once you've been through part A of the ABC strategy for tinnitus relief, you can then move on to part B, which stands for behavioural changes. Hopefully by now, if you've analysed the elements of your life that are potential triggers, you can then go about making certain behavioural changes in order to reduce your tinnitus episodes or even the severity of your tinnitus. There are plenty of small adjustments to your lifestyle and habits which can go an awfully long way in reducing your symptoms and then improving your quality of life. I would split these into three key areas. Firstly, stress management. I cannot express enough how much stress and anxiety will contribute to exacerbating your tinnitus. Exploring stress management techniques such as relaxation exercises, mindfulness, or even engaging in enjoyable activities will play a huge role in helping you to cope better with your tinnitus. Secondly, health improvements. There are a whole host of health-related behavioural changes that can have a hugely positive impact on you overcoming your tinnitus. From simple things such as stopping smoking, switching to a health-conscious diet, doing more exercise, or even improving the quality of your sleep. And finally, hearing. We live in an incredibly noisy world, and it's virtually impossible to avoid noise on a daily basis. Tinnitus can be triggered by exposure to these loud sounds, so it's important to minimize the risk of your ears by wearing hearing protection if you go to a concert or if you work in a particularly noisy environment. Plus, if you haven't yet had a hearing test, you absolutely should. If you have a hearing loss, then you really should be wearing hearing aids too. It's well researched that in the majority of cases of those that have hearing loss and tinnitus together, hearing aids will provide some degree of relief to assist you with your tinnitus. If there's anything on this list today that you feel you could improve upon, then lots of little adjustments in all areas can have a hugely significant impact on your tinnitus. And I also have a little bit of homework for you now. If you personally have any other triggers or behavioural changes that I haven't mentioned, I would welcome you to share them in the comments beneath this video to see if anybody else shares the same experiences as you. If you completed the A and B of the ABC strategy for tinnitus relief and are looking at taking it to the next level for managing your tinnitus, then C should hopefully be the icing on the cake, with the C standing for cognitive behavioural therapy, also known as CBT. The aim of CBT is to change your negative thought patterns and behaviours associated with your tinnitus, allowing you to overcome that feeling of not being in control of it and improve your own quality of life. When I'm discussing CBT for the first time with patients, I will normally break it down into three main components. Firstly, thought restructuring. CBT will open up your mind to allow you to challenge and reframe any negative thoughts and beliefs related to your tinnitus. By replacing them with more positive and realistic thoughts, we can reduce anxiety and the distress associated with the condition. Secondly, behavioural modification, which is interwoven with the behavioural changes that we were discussing earlier. CBT encourages individuals to modify internal and external behaviours that may amplify their tinnitus. These practical strategies can shift your focus away from your tinnitus towards more meaningful activities. And finally, relaxation techniques. I find that CBT works so much better when we incorporate relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or guided imagery to reduce stress and promote relaxation. I find that these techniques can make a huge world of difference in helping individuals cope with tinnitus-related stress. So guys, that brings us to the end of this video on reducing your tinnitus through ABC. Remember, reducing tinnitus requires patience and a holistic approach. I do hope that you found this video useful, guys. If you like this video, then press like. If you have any questions or comments, then drop them beneath this video. I do aim to get back to as many people as possible. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then make sure you do so. I'll see you in the next video.